Cindy, what the hell? You spent $300 on food this month?
Josh? Why are you messaging me like this from work? Are you reading the budget for this month?
Yeah, and I'm pissed off. You're always wasting money.
Excuse me? Wasting money? $300 a month for food isn't that out of the ordinary.
You're spending way too much money on food. Stop wasting my money. Are you buying purses or other stupid crap and claiming it's food?
What? Of course not. And let me tell you something. I work hard to cut costs. $300 a month for 2 adults is actually below average. I saw a study the other day that the average 2-person household spends $600 on food each month.
We're not talking about averages, we're talking about us. Stop acting like a child, Cindy.
What? Are you telling me I need to cut costs even more?
Of course I am.
Okay, then how much do you want me to spend on food each month?
$50 or less.
$50?
$50 is more than enough.
Are you serious? $50 divided by 30 days is $1.66 a day. Do you actually think that's possible?
When I lived at home, I paid my parents $50 a month for my share of the food. So of course it's possible.
Just $50?
$50 for food is more than enough. You're a housewife, saving money is your job. You must have been spoiled as a child, unreal.
Do you actually think that your share of the food was really just $50? I think your parents were paying most of it.
Hey, don't drag my parents into this. They made it work with $50, so you can too. Oh yeah, tomorrow's my payday, so from now on, I'm only giving you $50 for food.
You what?
Utility bills are taken straight out of my bank account, so really that's all you should need. Got it? Starting tomorrow, you only get $50.
I don't believe this.
You got a problem?
So that $50 is just for your food, right?
No, it's for both of us, and if you want any more than that, you can pay for it with your own money.
I see. You're sure you're fine with me making your food with just $50 a month?
Yeah, make it work. If you go over budget, I'll divorce you. Keep that in mind. Cindy, what the hell? I just opened my lunch. What is this?
What's the matter?
It's just a bowl of rice with a cherry tomato.
You said I could only spend $50 a month, didn't you? The bag of rice cost $13.90. Divide that by 30 days and you get about 46 cents. The tomatoes were a gift from the neighbors, so that was a free bonus.
A lunch for only 46 cents?
I had to keep to your budget, didn't I? I can only spend $1.66 a day. Did you forget about breakfast and dinner?
Wait, is that why I only got 2 slices of bread for breakfast?
Actually, it was just 1 slice.
Huh?
The other slice was mine, but you went and ate it without asking.
Just a slice of bread.
It had butter on it too.
That doesn't make it any better.
You'll probably like dinner more, but don't expect much.
What are you gonna make?
Lettuce salad?
That all?
There'll be rice too, but just 1 cup.
No meat? Cindy, what the hell?
What now?
My lunch! Lettuce again? It's just a bowl of lettuce, there isn't even any dressing!
Yeah, that's about 45 cents worth of lettuce.
Can't you at least put in a little rice?
No, can do. That'll put me over budget. 45 cents for the lettuce plus 46 cents for the rice would be 91 cents.
All I've eaten this month is rice and lettuce. I want meat, chicken, pork, beef.
How do you expect me to add meat while staying within a $50 budget?
How should I know? Shopping is your job.
Well, chicken breast meat is pretty cheap. I guess I could buy a pound and try to make it last the month.
Come on, are you being serious right now? There's no way food can cost that much.
I show you my receipts, don't I? Do you think they're fakes? If you don't like it, then maybe you should raise the budget a little.
What, it's only been a few weeks? You're not giving up already, are you?
Sounds to me like you're the one ready to give up. If you think I'm doing such a bad job, why don't you do the shopping and cooking for yourself? You try shopping with just $50 a month.
Excuse me? Shopping and cooking is the wife's job, your job. You're just not working hard enough. You'd be able to make a decent meal if you weren't being so lazy.
Okay, then you'll have to do your part.
What do you mean, my part?
You want meat? Go fishing. You want vegetables? Plant a garden.
Why do I have to do that?
You're only giving me $50 a month to work with. If you want to eat any more, you'll have to find a way to get food for free.
What am I supposed to do, become a survivalist?
You have any better ideas?
If you're not going to put any effort into this, I'm going to divorce you.
I'm trying my best. Josh, I just got back from work. Why are there divorce papers on the table?
Oh, that. I decided that if you weren't going to give me a decent meal this morning, I'd divorce you. I got everything ready last night.
Oh, you didn't like your rice and lettuce today?
No, that's why I'm divorcing you. It's actually really easy to print up divorce papers these days. All the information you need is online. You just have to print the forms. It's super convenient.
And where are you right now?
A steakhouse.
What?
Thanks to you, I haven't eaten any good meat for a month. So I invited my friends out to dinner. The steak is the best. I ordered the turf and turf. It's a powerhouse steak with a T-bone.
2 steaks? That sounds pretty expensive.
Yeah, and it's worth every penny.
How nice. Well, if that's how it's gonna be, then so be it.
Oh, did you finally decide to get serious about saving money? Give me some meat in all 3 meals tomorrow.
I'm going to the courthouse now to hand in the divorce papers.
Man, this T-bone is juicy. Cindy, what the hell? Where are you? All your stuff is gone. What do you think you're doing?
Oh, you finally got home. Did you have a nice evening with your friends?
That's none of your concern. You don't get to tell me when I can see my friends.
Yeah, you're right. Seeing as we're divorced now, nothing you do is any of my business anymore.
What do you mean?
I just turned in the divorce papers.
You what?
I just told you a few hours ago. Didn't you read my message?
Wait, really? Oh yeah, you did. The steaks were so good I didn't notice.
My lawyer will be contacting you soon regarding dividing up our assets and all that. So don't do anything funny with our savings account, okay?
Wait a second. Hold on, when did divorce? Why?
Why? What do you mean, why? It was your rule. You set the budget.
Huh?
You said if we broke the food budget, we get divorced. We did, so we're getting divorced. Simple.
What are you talking about?
How much did you spend at the steakhouse?
Huh? I don't know, about $100 or so?
You spent twice our monthly budget on a single meal?
Oh, wait, no, I took that money out of my own savings.
That's strange. If that's true, then who took $200 out of my wallet this morning?
No.
Did you think I wouldn't notice? This isn't the first time either.
You were watching me?
I put a mirror in the kitchen so I could see you in the living room. I saw everything, Josh. Since that was before our divorce, unfortunately I can't charge you with theft, but I did record the video on my phone. Like I said, my lawyer will contact you about property division sometime soon. When he does, I'd appreciate it if you return the $200 you took this morning, along with the $500 you took last month.
Oh, great. Cindy, what the hell? What's this about having to return $21,000 to you? I thought this was going to be 50-50. What's the deal?
Did you listen to my lawyer at all? You took my $35,000 in savings from when I was single and spent it all at a bar.
I
guess you must have seen my PIN code when we went to the bank together. I hadn't checked my balance in a while, which was careless of me, but I never expected you to do that. Our only joint asset is the account we set up together after we got married with $15,000 in it. All that goes to me since you owe me $35,000, and you'll have to come up with the other $20,000 somehow.
Come on.
Add the $1,000 you've taken out of my wallet, and you get $21,000.
You mean I'm not getting anything out of this?
Yep, You get nothing.
Man,
So what were you doing with the money you saved by making me feed you with $50 a month? Buying drinks from your favorite bartender girl?
wait, you knew about her?
But since she didn't like you enough to have an affair with you, I can't sue you for infidelity. So there's a silver lining for you.
I had a running tab at that bar and the bill just came. $18,000! I figured I could pay it off with my share of the property division.
You drank $18,000 worth of booze to impress a bartender? And you still haven't paid it off? Man, I feel bad for the owner. You better pay them back as soon as possible.
What am I gonna do now?
That's not my concern anymore. We're divorced. Anyway, give me my $21,000 by the month's end.
This month, I can't do that.
In that case, you'll be hearing from my lawyer again.
Cindy, wait!
Goodbye. I got a weird feeling when he randomly told me to keep the monthly food expenses to $50, so I hired a private detective. It only took about a week to figure out what was going on. I learned the most from talking to that bartender. When I told her that Josh was almost out of money, the bar immediately went to a collection agency. He makes a decent salary, so I figured he'd be able to pay it off without too much trouble. But he quit 3 months later. I guess his coworkers found out he ran an $18,000 bill to impress a bartender, so he became the laughingstock of the company and quit out of embarrassment. Last I heard, he was paying off his debt to the bar by working for them as a janitor on the night shift. But hey, he paid off his debt to me, so none of that is any of my concern anymore.
Hey, Car, you okay to text, man?
Hey, Rob. Yeah, sure. I'm taking the subway downtown. No problem using line. What's up?
Is your wife Sara with you?
No. I have to meet up with a friend. I think Sarah's already finished her part-time job. She should be home about now.
Okay, got it, so we can continue then.
What's up, Rob? You sound kind of serious. Something wrong?
Listen carefully. Don't lose your cool or anything.
Yeah. Okay.
I know how to say this, so I'm just gonna give it to you straight. Sarah's cheating on you.
Excuse me? Cheating?
The other day, I saw her heading toward a hotel with some guy. They were holding hands.
Right. Are you sure?
Yeah, sorry, but I had to say something. You're my best friend, after all.
I appreciate it, Rob, but actually, I already know.
Oh, really?
I kind of feel weird telling you this, but I asked this agency to look into it. A private investigator. I had to check it out. I wanted to get a bit more info and, make sure it was true. I was going to call you after that, maybe get your advice and all. Sorry to worry you, man.
I see, okay then. Well, that's great. Well, not great, but you know what I mean. At least something is happening.
Yeah, so I may be calling on you later to hear my grievances and such. Hope you don't mind.
For sure, man. I'm there for you.
Thanks, Rob. You don't know how much that means to me.
Hey, Carl, are you busy?
Hey, Sarah, what's up?
Are you working overtime today by any chance?
Why do you ask?
Yeah, I was wondering if we could spend the evening together, and later.
What's this about all of a sudden?
It's just that we haven't, it's been a while since we are married. I figured since it's been a while, we could have a little fun tonight, that's all.
I hate to tell you this, but yeah, overtime, end of the month and all. Probably be pretty late tonight, sorry.
But I thought you just concluded that big project you were working on.
Yeah, that's all done, but some trouble came out of our New York office and I have to deal with it. May take some time.
I see. Well then.
Oh, sorry, Sarah. My boss is calling me. Better get back to work. Sorry.
Yeah, okay.
Hey, Rob, you there? Hey, man, we need to talk. I'm getting my shivers up my spine. I can't take this.
What are you talking about, buddy?
She just called and you know what she said? She was suggesting we sleep together tonight. Can you believe it?
Really? You're talking about your wife, right?
Of course. I found out she's seen some new guy, probably sleeping with him, no doubt, and she asked me if I want to, do the deed tonight. Really? Makes you sick to my stomach.
Calm down, Carl. Kinda weird asking you this, but how long has it been since you guys last, together?
I'm really not sure. Was pretty busy with the project at work. I guess it must have been like 4 or 5 months. So when she said she wanted to, do the deed, gave me the creeps.
Take it easy, Carl. Don't get all worked up, man. You know what? This might mean that Sara is pregnant with this guy's kid.
Why would you think that?
Maybe she's thinking she could raise as a kid of yours. You never know unless you do DNA tests, of course. Maybe that's your little ploy.
Yeah, you might be onto something there, Rob.
Mind you, this is all just an assumption. If I upset you, I'm sorry.
No problem. Now that you say that, I get what you mean and I don't feel so bad about it anymore.
Yeah, really?
Yeah, you always gave it to me straight. I need that now. Clears my head. Thanks. I'll ask the investigation agency to put that little fact in their search.
Yeah, might be a good idea. You never know.
All right, Rob. Thanks for that, man. If there's anything that you notice, let me know.
For sure. That's what I'm here for.
Hey, Carl, you there? I can't stand this any longer. It's been 1 week that we've been apart. I'm getting kinda lonely. Come on. Tonight for sure, right?
Sorry, have to stay overnight tonight.
Huh? Seriously?
Yeah, that trouble we had last week, it's still not resolved. Can't get home until he works something out. Sorry. Even my boss is in a panic. This could even bring down the company. We just can't seem to come to an agreement. I have no option but to stay as long as needed and work this problem out.
Really? All right. I guess there's nothing you can...
Sorry, gotta go. Gotta get to the root of the problem.
Oh, yeah. Right.
Hey, Rob, you there? I got the investigation report back from the agency.
Oh yeah? What's it say?
Apparently, they have a recording of Sara talking to her boyfriend about her being pregnant. The content seemed to be a conversation they're having on how they could force the kid on me, making me to be the father. You were right, it seems. The way she was always urging me to come home early for a late night romp, it was all part of the plan. Actually, she's like trying to lure me in almost every night. I've been making up various reasons for not coming home. Working overtime, flying to New York, all that. I can see she's really getting frustrated that her little scheme isn't working out.
I see, yeah. Gotta do something about it soon. You're not gonna be able to hold it off forever. So, what are you gonna do going forward?
Well, actually, I went to see my in-laws yesterday.
Oh yeah, did you tell them about this?
Yeah, I showed them all the evidence and told them all I know about the situation. That's when they made a suggestion.
What suggestion?
Well, they suggested that I completely ignore her until the child is born.
You're just gonna ignore her? For what, like 6 months?
Yeah. They said that knowing Sara's character, if she finds out that I know, she may have to take matters into her own hands. You know, take drastic measures.
You think?
Yeah, I mean, to them the child will be their first grandchild. They've been waiting a long time to see their grandchild. It's not the child's fault after all, right? They said they don't want to jeopardize a precious life.
Yeah, I could understand how they feel.
But they know I don't want to be with her until then, so I made up the story where I had to go off on a business trip to handle an urgent matter in New York, which would probably take months to resolve. As for Sara, I'll have her stay with her folks until I can resolve things in New York.
I see, yeah.
Oh no, I just got a line message from Sara. Gotta go. Probably wants you to come home tonight for sure. You know what? I'll keep you in the loop, Rob. Thanks for everything.
Alrighty, take care.
Hey, Carl, what is this? Are you avoiding me? Don't tell me you're going to be late again tonight. You have to come home tonight. We're sharing a bed. I won't take no for an answer this time, Carl.
I'm really sorry, Sara. I have to go on an urgent trip to New York. That problem just won't go away.
Excuse me? This is a joke, right?
No joke. The problem we had since last week, you remember well. It just got worse. Can't do anything from here, so I've been asked to handle it personally, so I'm off to New York to deal with it in person. I probably won't be back for a few months.
Huh? A few months? Seriously?
Yeah, I was shocked too. I talked to your mom and dad about it and they suggested that you come and stay with them while I'm gone. What do you say?
Huh? You spoke to my folks already.
Yeah, I happened to call them. You know, about the Christmas gathering, and we got to talking, and I mentioned my trip, and they offered to have you stay with them. I think it's a good idea, don't you?
Oh, yeah, but this is all kind of weird. Carl, are you there? I feel a little uneasy telling you this, but I think I'm pregnant. Actually, I'm glad I came back home to my folks' place. I was trying to remember when we actually, did it. We probably did it one night after a hard day's work. You were half asleep, as I recall. Anyway, are you still working on that problem? Anyway, contact me as soon as you're free. Dad? Hey, Carl, why don't you contact me? Your baby is really growing inside of me. Healthy as ever. Please send me a message when you have time. We feel so lonely without you. Carl, are you there? Why do you keep ignoring me? What's up? You haven't even contacted me once, and you call yourself a father? Please, a little message will do. I'm glad I was able to come to my folks' place so I can handle being alone, but come on. You're going to be a father. This is for the rest of your life. I think it would be a good idea to see me with child as much as possible. You'll regret it later.
Whoa, it's getting pretty unbearable. I can't take it anymore, Rob.
Hey, Carl, what's so unbearable?
It's about Sara.
Yeah, right. Go ahead, let's hear it.
Sorry, had to talk to somebody. Thanks for being here for me, man. She contacted me saying I should have a little more awareness that I'm going to be a father. Can you believe it?
Oh, yeah? Man, that must be hard on you. I wonder if she's still seeing this guy. She's been at your folks' place this whole time, right?
No, doesn't look like it. I'm not sure if it's because she was at her folks' place who kept a close eye on her, but it looks like they broke up, which puts me in a tougher spot. Now she's determined to make me the father.
Oh, man. Women can be pretty intimidating. Isn't she getting suspicious that you're completely ignoring her?
Nah, her folks are in on it and they're handling it well. You know, telling her that I'm busy with work and all. Her father's company's a major client of ours, so he's able to back me up, making up all kinds of stories to keep her satisfied.
Hey, Carl, how are ya? My belly is huge now. I wish you could see it. And you have to feel the baby moving around inside. It's fantastic. I know you're busy and Dad explained the situation to me, but I sure would like to talk to you, even a little. Even a short text message at least. Oh, yeah, maybe you didn't want to know, but I can't keep it to myself anymore. It's a boy. I remember you saying you'd love to play baseball with him if we had a boy. Remember that? Your wish has come true. Bet you can't wait to see him. I just hope this whole problem you're dealing with in New York gets resolved. Carl, you there? The big day is almost here. Boy, my tummy is huge. It's hard just getting around. Really wish you were here, Carl. I mean, emotionally. It would be such a huge relief if you were by my side. You know, I really want to know. You are going to be by my side when the day comes, right? You do want to see your son when he comes into this world. I mean, what father wouldn't? Could you just tell me if you'll be here or not? I haven't been able to see you once while I've been pregnant, so I hope you can at least make it to the most important day of our lives. Maybe seeing your son being born will really wake you up. You'll finally come to the realization that you're dad. Carl, what is this? You're asking for compensation right after I give birth? What is this?
Hey, Sara, it's been a while, hasn't it?
Carl, finally! Where the hell have you been? And what the hell is this about compensation? For what?
First off, congratulations on your baby.
Yeah, well...
But you know what? I'm afraid I really can't be a father.
Huh? What are you talking about?
Come on, Sara. Ask yourself why I demanded compensation. I'm sure you know full well. I was aware that you were cheating on me way before you got pregnant, so there's no use denying it, Sara. I'm perfectly aware that the little boy you're probably holding in your arms right now, that he's this guy's kid and not mine. In addition, I had your boyfriend pay me for wrecking our marriage, just so you know.
You're not serious. So the past 7 months
For me, it was sort of preparation for getting a divorce, but regarding the circumstances of why you're even in this situation and why we pretended we didn't know, ask your mom and dad about that, they'll explain. All I did was as your dad told me and get ready for divorce. That's all.
Divorce? What are you talking about? Our child has just been born. Come on, Carl, you can't be serious. This is not right. You can't do this. Please don't make him a fatherless child. Please, Carl.
Shouldn't you be telling that to the guy you had an affair with, not me? I'm not the father.
But...
I also got your father's support for declaring the child is not mine, that I have no relation to him.
Declare what?
Submit official papers proving that I am not the father of this child.
Huh? No. Please don't do that. I already broke off with the guy. You have to be the father or else.
Don't tell me you want to bring up your boyfriend's son, do you? Come on, Sara, I can't do that.
But that's the only option I have. I can't be a single mom. You have to help me, Carl. Are you really going to abandon the child your wife gave birth to? Can you really do that? Don't you even have a shred of compassion in you, Carl? You can't do this. Have some pity, for God's sake.
Sara, I know the child is not guilty of anything. He's completely innocent, but...
Then why?
I have no obligation to bring him up. It's not my responsibility. Simple as that.
Then what the hell am I going to do?
We're complete strangers now. I'm not related at all to the baby of yours. There's no use asking me. Your dad has all the papers for the divorce, so I urge you to sign it and I'll be out of your life for good. After you pay the compensation amount, I'll submit the papers, so sign it. Let's get this over with once and for all.
Please, Carl.
Anything else, please go through my lawyer. Okay then, that's about it. Goodbye, Sara. During the 8 months until she gave birth, her father apparently made all the necessary preparations. First off, the divorce went through without a hitch, and her parents paid me the compensation amount on her behalf. I was able to receive the amount in full. As for the baby, Sara's younger sister and brother-in-law took the now single mom in, and they are bringing him up as their own. Maybe it was because all the people around her took too much care of her. Sara took advantage of this easy situation and ended up lounging around the house, not working and even going out until the wee hours of the night drinking with her friends, and letting her younger sister take care of her son. One day, she came back from one of her vacations. She found the house empty. All there was left was a note on the kitchen table telling her the family had abandoned her and taken her son. She was no longer part of the family. As for her son, she had long signed over custody to her sister and brother-in-law. Realizing that she was no longer wanted and that she lost everything, she disappeared into the night, never to be seen again.
Good afternoon, Wyatt. How's it going? Is now a good time?
Hey, Rachel. I'm good, thanks. What's up?
So first, there's something I want to talk to you about. Then, I have a favor to ask you.
I don't mind, but my break's gonna be over soon, and I don't want the boss to give me a hard time, so make it quick, okay? It's been a real pain in my backside this past week.
Oh, I'm so sorry to hear that, honey. Okay, short and sweet it is. So, my friend invited me on holiday to Guam.
Guam?
We'll be gone for a week from Sunday the week after next. I was wondering if I could ask you to do something for me while I'm gone. There's no way I can leave our little boy home alone for a week. He's only 7.
Oh, right. I see. Well, I do just so happen to be working remotely that entire week, so it won't exactly be a problem. Still though, isn't this all a bit sudden? It would have really helped if you gave me a little more notice.
I know, I'm sorry, hun. My friend was actually supposed to be going with her sister, but she pulled out on short notice due to some urgent business and left her with a spare hotel reservation. She asked me if I'd step in to save the day.
Oh, I see. You know what? I actually think it's good to go away for a break every now and then. It should do you good. Sure thing. Leave everything at home to me. Spread your wings and fly.
Oh, I'm so relieved to hear you say that, babe. Thanks a bunch. All right, I'm gonna head down to the mall to buy some holiday essentials. Good luck with work. I hope the boss eases off on you. Thanks again, Wyatt. You're a star.
Don't mention it. Catch you later, babe.
Hey there, Wyatt. Long time no see. You busy?
Huh? Indigo? No kidding. It's been ages. What's my adventurous globe-trotting sister doing messaging me out of the blue like this? How's life abroad treating ya? You used to it over there yet? Must have been a lot to take in at first.
For sure. It took some time to adjust. I guess I am getting used to it now, though, little by little. Putting that aside for the moment, there's something important I need to discuss with you.
Something important? What is it?
Listen, I'm in Guam this week for my friend's wedding.
Wow, really? You'll never believe it, but my wife Rachel is there now too. What a coincidence. She got a surprise invite from her friend and they flew off yesterday. So they're probably off adventuring the jungle or something as we speak.
Uh-oh. I was hoping you wouldn't say that. So it was Rachel after all.
No way. Did you see her? Is the world really that small?
Yes. I saw her, but in the worst way possible.
The worst way possible? Wait, is she okay?
You just said she went with her friend, right?
Yeah, why?
That friend is a guy.
Huh?
Look, Wyatt, this isn't going to be pleasant, and there's no nice way for me to say this, but is there a chance your wife might be having an affair and went on holiday with her lover?
Rachel, cheating on me. Is that what you're saying? No way, this can't be.
They seemed, how to put this, extremely familiar with one another. I don't just mean as friends. Watching them together was like watching a pair of loved-up teenagers. Anyone would think they were boyfriend and girlfriend. I wouldn't be messaging you like this if I wasn't certain, and I'm so sorry to have to be the one to tell you this, but I'm dead sure that's what's going on.
Wow, I see.
I panicked and I didn't know what to do, so I just took out my phone and started taking pictures while they weren't looking. You can see their faces pretty clearly. I'll send them to you soon.
I'm sorry to trouble you like this, sis.
Don't be silly. You're the last person who should be apologizing. I need Wi-Fi access to contact you here, so I can't reach you 24/7, but rest assured, if I find out anything else, I'll message you ASAP. Try not to worry, okay?
Okay, got it. Thanks for this. I'm really lucky to have a sister like you.
Wyatt, is now a good time?
Hey, Indigo, sure. Go on, let me hear it.
So Rachel's Reprehensible Rendezvous Part 2 just came out.
Go on. What did you find out?
Turns out, Rachel and the guy she's staying with are staying in the same hotel as me.
Seriously?
Yes, and that's not all. My friend, the one whose wedding I came to in Guam for, just so happens to be staying on the same floor as them. I asked her a few carefully worded questions in a roundabout way, hoping to shed some light on the whole thing. It's just as I suspected. Apparently, they're staying together in the same room, and the way she described the noises coming through those walls, it could only be one thing.
I see.
Wyatt, are you okay?
Uh-huh.
There was no way I could just find all this out and do nothing, but at the same time, this must be an enormous shock for you.
Yeah, in a sense. Don't get me wrong. At first I thought I was going to lose it for a moment. The blood rushed to my head. I saw red and I almost booked a flight to Guam myself. But this morning I remembered something.
You remembered something? What?
I calmed down after doing a little digging and confirming my suspicions about the thing I remembered, so I'm feeling pretty level-headed now. Suddenly, everything makes sense. If anything, I'm thinking coolly and calmly about how I'm going to deal with my deceitful traitor of a wife when she flies back to the States.
I see. I'm flying back home today, so I won't be able to keep an eye on her like I have been doing anymore. I hope that's not a problem.
Sure, of course not. You've done more than enough, sis. I feel nothing but gratitude for what you've done for me. When I started digging myself, I was able to come up with heaps of evidence of the affair right from the comfort of the house here in Florida. To think people hire investigators for this kind of thing, I barely even had to try.
Huh? What do you mean? Like, what kind of evidence?
Her lover is none other than the husband of one of her friends and fellow moms from kindergarten.
Seriously?
His name's Paul. You might want to grab a sick bucket for this one, but apparently her pet name for him is Pollykins, and he calls her his Rachy Boo. It's hard to believe my own wife, a married woman with a little boy, would behave so deplorably. I can't even begin to imagine what drove her to this. She must have lost her mind. As for the proof, how long have you got? There's enough here to settle the divorce 100 times over.
Go on then. What did you find?
Before I tell you, you sure you got time? You don't have to rush to board the plane or anything, right?
I really should start moving now, actually, so you're gonna have to leave me hanging for a little while. Spill the beans when I land, okay? I'll message you as soon as I can.
Sure thing. Safe flight, Sits.
Hey, Wyatt, honey, I'm back. I just arrived at the station. Guam was simply amazing. What a beautiful country.
Welcome home. By the way, Rachel, there is a little something I need to ask you about.
What is it?
Who was the friend you went to Guam with? I can't remember if you told me or not.
Huh? Oh, it was just an old classmate from back in high school. We used to be best friends.
Man? Woman?
Obviously she's a woman. What do you take me for? Jeez, Wyatt, what are you like? Why do you ask? Wait, you don't suspect me of something, do you?
You tell me. Hypothetically, if I did suspect you of something, what do you think it might be? You know, if you had to take a wild guess.
Having an affair? Or something? Judging from the way you asked me, I wonder if maybe you suspect me of cheating on you?
Forget suspicion. Try definitive proof.
Huh? Definitive proof? What are you talking about? Oh my god, what?
This guy's one of your friend's husband, right? I've met him a few times myself, so I know his face.
Wait, how the hell do you have this photo? This should be impossible. What did you do? Did you go sniffing around behind my back?
Oopsie, looks like you're forgetting something.
What? Forgetting what?
It must have been 3 years ago now. Remember that time your phone was running out of space and you asked me to back up all the photos on it? Well, I used my immeasurable technical genius to upload everything to the cloud with my second computer. Naturally, being the one who uploaded them, I still have admin rights to all the folders.
You still have the photos from way back then?
To be honest, I totally forgot about them myself, but when I received word of what was transpiring in Guam, I remembered the photos and wondered if I might be able to find something conclusive if I fetched my old dusty computer from the attic and checked out what was actually in those albums. Lo and behold, I hit the jackpot. Well, that might be a strange way of describing a collection of thousands of pictures, your wife performing lewd acts with another man, but sure enough, I had all the proof I could have wished for. And such variety. The stuff in the pics ranged from the mild to the extreme to the downright bizarre. I didn't even know some of those positions were possible. I was grateful in a sense. It was really nice of you to save me the trouble of investigating myself or hiring someone by providing me with mountains of evidence like that.
Wait a second, no! This is all big misunderstanding!
Huh? In what way? How could the contents of these photos possibly be misunderstood?
You got this all wrong. Those photos aren't what you think.
Oh yeah? How's that?
I did this for you, baby. Listen, there's a perfectly logical explanation for all this. Just hear me out. So there was this guy who kept coming on to me at work, right? Now, I know how busy you are, and I didn't want to cause you any unnecessary worry. But I thought if he realized I was married, he'd back off. So I asked Paul if he'd take a few pictures with me pretending to be my husband. Then I sent them to the guys so he'd get the message and leave me alone. That's why we took all those photos. Oh, you silly Billy. You didn't think they were real, did you? I can see why you might think we went a little too far in some of them, but I figured if we didn't look genuine, the creep at work wouldn't believe me. I get this might be hard for you to believe, and I know it's a lot to take in, but don't you think instantly assuming I'm cheating on you like this is a little horrible?
Interesting. How do you explain this then?
What? How?
You've always had a habit of taking screenshots of your favorite messages, right? Turns out you were doing it with Loverboy's messages too, voluntarily leaving behind evidence of your misdeeds like this really saved me a ton of hassle.
Wait, no. You got it all wrong again. We did this on purpose so I can screenshot it and send it to that creepy guy who kept coming on to me at work. It was all an act.
Have you even read the stuff in the screenshot?
Huh? What do you mean?
Your creepy colleague story doesn't really hold up against Paul asking you things like, does your husband know about us? Does it? He's too much of a moron to figure it out. No matter how many times I read it, the message is loud and clear. We're having an affair, and we're proud of it.
No, but I want you to know it wasn't Paul who I went on holiday to Guam with. It really was one of my girlfriends, I promise. What? Seriously?
I can't wait to see your swimsuit. Stop it, you spicy love devil. Is this how you talk with your female friends? Oh yeah, that's funny. You also seem to be calling them Paulykins too. Is your girlfriend's name Paul?
No, well, it was all an act. How many times do I have to tell you? That was just Paul pulling on an act to try and help me get rid of that creepy guy at work.
I see.
Being accused of cheating over something as innocent as this is the last thing I expected. I'm honestly heartbroken you think that about me, Wyatt.
So, just to be clear about this, are you saying the contents of these messages doesn't constitute cheating?
Obviously they don't.
Okay, how about this one? Is this cheating? This one's from Guam, right?
What? How?
The date, time, and place are all included in the file data, so there's no way you're worming your way out of this one.
Wait, hang on a sec. Did we even take any photos like that? I'm sure we didn't. Who took this? What the hell? Were we being followed or something? This is so creepy. This makes no sense. How did you...
I forgot to tell you, but this isn't one of the photos I got from your phone. It came from a third party, shall we say.
Huh? Who?
You're never going to believe this, because it really is the mother of all coincidences. But my sister happened to be in Guam at the exact same time and place as you and your lover boy.
Indigo! She was there too?
The photo I sent just now is one of the ones she took. In fact, it was thanks to her that I even had any idea this was going on in the first place.
No. Hold on just 1 second. Shouldn't your sister be in Australia right now? I thought she moved down under for work.
She was in Guam to go to her friend's wedding when she saw you. Don't you think she did a good job? Your faces couldn't be more visible. This is about as good as anything a pro photographer could come up with in my book.
Oh my god, this can't be real. That photo should not exist.
What's wrong? Are you sad because you ran out of excuses?
I didn't make any excuses. Wyatt, please.
Oh yeah, I almost forgot to tell you. I told Paulykins' wife everything.
You didn't! Tell me you're lying, please. He'll be furious with me.
Did you really think anyone was getting out of this without facing the consequences? You reap what you sow, and that goes for you both. No matter how love drunk you might be, surely you're not naive enough to think I was going to let his poor wife continue being deceived by a lying, cheating scumbag like him. On that note, it just so happens that she's already done filing for divorce and it's going through court as we speak. She moves fast, huh? Apparently, she ordered the entire contents of Paulykins' savings account as compensation for his unfaithfulness. Oh yeah, and on the subject of compensation, it's also looking like you're going to owe me a hefty sum real soon.
Paul's wife filed for divorce already? Compensation? Lord, give me strength.
While you two were off smooching like loved-up teenagers and frolicking in the sand in Guam, me and her were making all sorts of preparations for the rest of our lives.
Oh my god. I never thought it would get out like this. Not now.
Regardless of however or whenever it got out, it was always going to come to this, and you'd have to be an idiot to think otherwise. Anyway, listen up, and listen good. You need to stay away from this house. Do not come home under any circumstances. I had all your belongings sent to your parents' house, so you have nothing to come back for anyway.
What the hell? You did what? No, you didn't. Did you tell my parents about this?
Obviously I did.
No! How could you? You had no right! Don't you know how strict my mom and dad are about this kind of thing? They're fundamentalist Christians, for crying out loud. They'll frickin' disown me because of you!
Oh, so you're saying you did what you did knowing full well how disgusted your parents would be with you when they found out. You really are beyond saving. Pathetic.
Stop it! What a horrible thing to say.
I don't think it's horrible at all. In fact, I think it's the perfect way to describe you. Anyway, there's no point in continuing this conversation, and to be honest, I feel sick just thinking about you, so any and all correspondence between us will be had through our lawyers from now on.
No, wait! Wait! No!
Goodbye. After I blocked her, my soon-to-be ex-wife had no choice but to move back in with her parents, where, just as predicted, she was met with nothing but unbridled rage, disgust, and contempt. In a torrent of righteous fury, her dad ordered her to sign the divorce papers and pay my compensation immediately, even if it meant going to debt, and swore in the Bible he'd force her to repent for what she'd done. A week later, the amount written on the compensation claim I sent her was paid into my bank account in full, and the divorce papers, complete with my wife's signatures, were sent off. Apparently, when she told her parents she'd done all of the above, they disowned her and booted her out of the house without a moment's hesitation. Last I heard, she's currently juggling several jobs in a desperate attempt to pay off her debts while living in a run-down old apartment on the outskirts of town. Naturally, I won custody of our son. He sure is a bright one. It turns out he actually knew his mom had been doing things she shouldn't have been. Isn't it funny how kids pick up on these things? When his grandpa asked him who he wanted to live with, he took a firm stance, folded his arms, and declared boldly and resolutely, "I want to live with my daddy." When I heard about what he said, with a tear in my eye, I resolved to love, to cherish, and to give him the most amazing upbringing a little boy could ever have. Here's to our future.